Hi, so what's going on, guys? Welcome to the eighth official Blue Vanity artist interview. Today, here I'm joined with Ice Puppy. What's going on, man?
Yo, how it go? Happy to be here.
Yeah, 100%. So, just to get into it, where's the name Ice Puppy come from? That's your artist name, right?
Yes, sir. So basically, keep it kind of brief. I mean, shit, Ice Puppy is basically like there's this dude who I got the idea from, right? There's this rapper, shout out Baby Mo. And I once asked him where his name come from, and he said like it's like each name means something. So I was like, I kind of want the same deal, you know? So I was like, okay, so Ice basically come from like, cold-hearted. I like cold environments. The color blue and white. I like those color schemes. So Ice
Yeah.
just kind of fit for that. And then puppy is like a more calm associated term where people is like, okay, that's a little cute, that's a little, that's a little soft, So it's like you got a hard name and a soft name. So the dudes they out there, yo, what up, Ice? They know that's what they be saying. But then the
Yeah,
ladies is calling me puppy and shit,
I
because
got
that's how they dig it. It's just a little cute.
100%, 100%. With respect to Ice, is that also like referring to like jewelry and stuff, or would that be?
Nah, 100%, bro. Like, it's pretty much anything that has to do with like ice or like anything cold. So, like, yeah, of course, like, I'm not the type of rapper that's like, I like jewelry. I'm not a big show off type of, I mean, I like the style or whatever,
Yeah.
but I don't do chains and shit. I like rings and stuff. So, eventually I'm gonna have all the ice on me, but you just gotta peep what it is, like watches and rings and shit. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
I got you. I got you. And where are you based out of?
Normally, I would have said Florida, but I kind of move around a lot my whole life. Like right now, I'm posted up in New Mexico.
Oh,
But
actually.
like, yeah, but in about a year, I'm figuring I might go back to Florida, you know what I mean?
Uh,
So it's just I'm from everywhere really. I don't really like to say that like, that I'm from somewhere. I don't really claim anywhere, I guess. I just claim I'm Earth. I'm an alien, I'm from a different planet. I just landed here type shit.
and how long have you been making music?
Shit, I mean, so I started rapping when I was like 8 years old. I would just like spit like I'd find like epic rap battles of history and shit on YouTube, and
Uh,
I'd rap. I'd fucking rehearse that shit for my older sister. But eventually, I started like writing in fourth grade and freestyling, and when I was like 13, I started posting online.
uh-huh.
So shit, I mean, you could really. I'm 19 now, so you could really say it's been like you could say it's been like 11 years. I was technically rapping, but making music and posting about 6 years.
I see, I see. And when you put out songs, is there like a purpose behind the songs, or what's the reason you're posting songs, making music?
So there's always like a purpose behind. There's always meaning to a song, whether it's goofy or whether it's sad or just hype or whatever.
Yeah.
Whatever I'm making, there's always a purpose. Usually I like to say that it's an energy that I'm feeling. So if I feel sad because of a certain situation that I'm going through and like I don't know how to deal with it in my personal life, I'm like, okay, well, I can make it into a song. I can make it
Mhm.
sound good, and then maybe someone can, relate to it, and someone can be like, damn, that's how I can solve my issues as well. Because my whole idea with making music is I want to be able to, it's not about money or fame or nothing. I just want people to be able to be okay. I just want things to be okay. I just want people to be happy as well as myself.
There's so much that you can actually share through your music too. And when you actually connect with people, and then like let's say someone's going through something tough and you made a song talking exactly about that, or you're there for them in that sense because you're an artist, they look up to you. There's so much like positive connection that can be made there too.
No, 100%, bro. Like and I think that's the very beautiful thing with music is like, if you take it seriously, you can really connect with a lot of people. Like, for example, like I don't think you've talked to him. I don't know, but you definitely haven't interviewed him. You should though. His name is Chucky. And I met Chucky through this rap group I was in a couple years ago,
Yeah.
and through Chucky, I was able to meet Kason, who you did interview. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So it's the connections you make along the way, and then he introduced me to you, bro. It's like it's a very beautiful thing to be able to meet new people who share the same ideas and the same feelings, and may or may not go through the same things as you, and y'all can bounce ideas off each other. It's a very beautiful, wonderful thing.
Mhm. 100%, 100%. You see a lot of rappers come up too in like groups. You see YouTubers be in groups, like Mr. Beast comes
What?
on his own group, and so much can be done through like a community in a sense, which is an interesting take to take too.
100%, bro. You think of like members only, you know, like with like X and skiing them. You think
Yeah,
of very rare with them. You think of you know, I mean, just anybody. You think of bands. You think of Nirvana. You know, Black
yeah,
Sabbath. I mean, bro, you just think of a bunch of different people that you know. Fuck, like shout out Schema Posse. Shout out, you know, like all of them with Lil Peep in them. Like,
yeah,
you know,
yeah.
bro, like people coming together in groups is able to. It's like look at our success, not look at
Mhm,
mine, not look at how egotistical I can be, you know, not
mhm.
look what I can do. It's look what we can do as a community. And I think that's
Yeah,
another thing that's like very great. You're right.
100%. Talking about difficulties too, like with respect to your upbringing, how was your upbringing?
I mean, shoot, that's a very wow. What the fuck? That's a dope question, yo. Cause like I've always thought, what would I say if I had to answer that? Okay, basically my upbringing, I'm gonna just keep it a book. Like it was bad, but it wasn't like the worst. You feel me?
Yeah.
So I grew up poor. You know, I grew up. You know, we didn't really have much. You know, we had enough to get by. You know what I'm saying? You know, month to month kind of thing. Um, you know, my parents. You know, they didn't get along too much and stuff. You know, I was always around like fighting and yelling and
Hmm.
negativity, and it's weird. I mean, eventually I was being passed around, live with my mom, live with my dad, live with my
Yeah.
mom, live with my dad, and I don't know, it's I think the one person that I can really thank for my upbringing would definitely be my sister Amanda. You know what I
Hmm.
mean? She raised me, she's only 2 years older than me, but she was able to blind me from things that she could, and she
Yeah.
was able to help me with things that I wasn't able to be blinded from. Things that I had to deal with, she had to as well, and she was able to teach me how to be a better man, a better person.
Yep.
Without her, I wouldn't have nobody. I love my mom, I love my dad, but I wouldn't say my upbringing was all peaches and rainbows. You feel me? Because if
Hmm.
it was, I'll tell you what, I'm blessed. I'm glad I went through the things I did because I'm able to talk about it in my music. I'm able to express myself, and I probably wouldn't even be making music low key if it wasn't for that shit. Because I started out making like lyrical music, but it always had some kind of negative connotation. Always talking about issues and problems. So like I feel like without my upbringing, I wouldn't be able to understand the concept of that if I was sheltered and if I was privileged.
Hmm.
So
100%. It's with respect to that duality too. Like if you never experience the bad, you'll never be able to see the good. If you're always in the dark, you'll never see the light. It's like that too in a sense.
exactly. Oh yeah, bro. Nah, I don't know. You ever see that South Park episode, bro? I think it was Butters, bro, and he was talking about like he's okay. Like he's happy to be sad because without the sad times, like you wouldn't know what to do when the happy times come, type shit, bro.
Hmm.
And
Hmm.
and like you said, it's vice versa, bro. Like if you're happy all the time, you wouldn't even know what the fuck sad is. Like you wouldn't be able to
Exactly.
concept. You wouldn't be able to grasp that concept.
Yeah. Yeah. I feel like
You
that
know what I'm
big
saying?
problem comes when people just get so like obsessed with one of the types. People are just like obsessed with being sad. People are just obsessed with being happy. It's like you're gonna experience both in life. You're gonna experience day and night. And I guess it's really just how you're gonna react to it in that situation.
100%, bro. Cause like, bro, you gotta think about it. Like, if you try to be happy all the time, like people around you, I don't know, they're just gonna feel like you're not genuine, because
Yeah.
I feel like what makes us genuine as humans is we are happy, we are sad, we are depressed, we are angry, we are fearful, we are hopeful. We have all these things that go through us that make us human, bro. Like it's the chemicals in our brain that just run through us and
Yep.
it makes us experience things, and it makes us who we are.
Hmm. Hmm. Amazing point. Amazing point. Going back to your music too. How do you find inspiration to make your music?
I guess it all started. I mean, this gonna sound corny as hell. I ain't gonna fold, but
Is it?
I guess it all started with Eminem.
Uh-huh.
I liked him and how he sounded, and like
Dope
I said,
artist.
I started writing lyrical shit.
Yeah.
But nowadays, since I was like probably like 13, 14, it was like Juice World, bro. Juice World was like he's my biggest inspiration, and I listen to him and I bounce ideas from the things that he talks about, and
Mhm.
he makes me think, and he makes me question, and he makes me try to understand different things and grasp them. So I feel like that's one of my points of inspiration.
Mhm.
My main points nowadays, as well as like Lil Peep. Like I talked about before. But he tells me with different shit. You know, um, and I feel like I combine different components of all three of those people, like people like Ski Master, Slum God. You
Mhm.
know, uh, Easy E.
Mhm.
Like all those different rappers, bro, they just help me. They inspire me to be somebody that I don't know is different. I guess they inspire me to start growing. I should say.
Do you feel like they've been there for you in times when you needed help in a sense, or?
I mean, I say definitely. I mean, like it's not like they were physically there for me.
Yeah.
Obviously, I never knew any of those people, but like I feel like through music you can know anybody,
Mhm.
and I would definitely say they saved me at my lowest points,
Mhm.
and they made me ecstatic at my greatest points. You know what I mean?
I got you. Yeah, yeah. So let's put some people on ice, puppy. What are your favorite songs that you've made? What do you think are your best songs?
That's a very good question. I say The Rain, probably one of them, as well as the remix. It's got a feature from Chucky.
Uh-huh.
I got another song on SoundCloud. You can find all these on SoundCloud.
Mhm.
It's called I Can Fix Her. That's a good one. It's like a little rock song.
Yeah.
Shit. Escape. Escape is a good one. That's a song that talks about the government and like just my opinion on like the corruption within the government.
Okay.
Yeah, those are a few you can check out.
For sure. I can put those in
Or
the description. People can check those out.
definitely,
That'd be a good
definitely.
time. Talking about the last one that you just brought up, your escape. What do you think about the government then? What are some topics you go into there?
Shit, bro. Like, I mean, it's just okay. A very big point in that song that I
Uh-huh.
really want people to understand is okay, so the government like pushes medicine on people. The government and they got all these pharmacies. You think of
Mhm.
CVS, Walgreens, and shit. I mean, since a kid, another thing about my upbringing is I was on like pills my whole life, bro. Like,
Mhm.
you know what I mean? Just medicine from the doctors. And it's like, you're pushing medicine onto kids, bro. These kids they're not even fully developed in their brain. How are you gonna say they got these issues that they can't control or can't change when
Mhm.
you also say that you don't develop until you're older? So
Yeah,
I
yeah.
talk about how they're pushing medicine and they're killing the youth and they try to cover it up. And it's
Mhm.
like, no, bro, it's like you're forcing this onto us. You're making
Mhm.
this normal. You're pushing an agenda that's basically going to destroy the youth that has something to say against the government.
Mhm. No, it could be tough for sure. Even when I was younger, I went to kindergarten and I went in
Hmm.
there and they sent me to a doctor because they said I had a disability because I wasn't talking in
Right.
kindergarten. But the issue was that I learned another language at home. So when I went into an English environment, I couldn't understand the English language. I was learning another language
Yeah.
at home. And then they're like, nah, he's just confused. He just doesn't know like what to say and he doesn't understand English. That's the issue here. And it's like you can just like misdiagnose in a sense because you think the kid just has a problem when there's other stuff that goes up too. So
Exactly, bro. For example, they said I got ADHD,
yeah.
um, and I have no idea if that's true or not. I believe it to be nowadays because they said that there's a chemical that they put out, the red 40, that actually enhances the probability
Mhm.
to for a child to have ADHD when they're older, or then as well as older.
Yeah.
And they were pushing me on like Ritalin and
Hmm.
what is it like trazodone and like melatonin and shit, trying to calm me down, force me to sleep and
Yeah.
shit. Risperidone, they trying to. It's like you're pushing pills to help deal with things that are normal for kids. Like it's normal for a kid to be hyper. It's normal for a kid not to want to sleep. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? It's
Yeah.
something you got to teach them, that, it's like, calm yourself down a little bit more.
Mhm.
They pushing this medicine. You're a kid, right? You,
Yeah.
you got to calm yourself down type shit. Like, but it's okay to be a little hyper because you're a child. It's okay to
Yeah.
not want to sleep because you want to be up, you want to play, like you have to you have to teach kids to like calm themselves down,
Hmm.
but you also don't got to teach it to them straight away. Like you got to,
Yeah.
just let them chill, let them like you got to peep it. You got to see what's going on with them. If they getting too old to be doing all this shit, then it's like, yeah, bro, like you gotta calm down. But when you're fucking like 5, 6, 8 years old, bro, like 10 years old kid, bro, whatever, bro, like. I say
100%.
like it's okay to be hyper and like all that shit, bro. And like fucking it's okay to not be able to speak properly and shit, because you learning and that's what it's all about.
That's what it is. That's what it is. I know you've touched on a few of your favorite artists like X, Lil Peep, Juice World. Who are your favorite artists though? And is there any genre that you like love listening to?
The thing about me, bro, is
Oh.
like I I like what I like.
Hmm.
I like Juice World, I like Lil Peep, I like X, I like Ski. I wouldn't say there's a specific genre that I prefer. I'll just say like if it stands out to me, if it sounds good in my ears, it sounds good, and that's
Yeah.
what I like. I definitely would say that because Juice World is so versatile, because Lil Peep is so versatile, because X is, I feel like I can say those are examples of what I like
Hmm.
because they make so much different shit that it's
Yeah.
like, yeah, I like pretty much everything they put out, because it's what I like and it's a bunch of different shit. So yeah.
I got you. I got you. And also to let everyone know who's watching, Ice Puppy's Instagram just got like deleted, deactivated like last week. So how did you deal with
Yes,
that?
bro.
What happened there?
So, bro, I'm still trying to deal with that. And that's another thing. Look, call me a fucking conspiracy theorist or whatever, but like the thing is, bro, like so I've been getting reported constantly over the past 6 years because I'm not afraid to speak my mind. Um, I'll go in the comments and I'll tell somebody what the fuck I think, bro. If I disagree with you or if I hate you, I'm gonna fucking let you know. Or if I agree with you, I'm gonna let you know. But I expand on the ideas and I type paragraphs, and I think that's where I fucked up. I didn't fuck up,
uh,
but in their eyes, I did. And they said, fuck it, you're trying to talk about all this shit that we don't
Damn.
want you to talk about because it goes against our platform and our ideas. So boom, you're banned.
That's crazy.
I say the way I dealt with it, I'm still dealing with it. You know what I mean? I on my Instagram, I only got like 20 some followers now. On my last one, I had like 500 some. So it's like it's sad. But I was
Mhm.
like, maybe it's a sign. Maybe it's a sign that you don't give up and just keep pushing forward and just keep trying to build that fan base
Yep.
because fuck it, the guess 500 some odd people. You think if they were diehard fans, they would have came straight back, right? They would have
Yeah.
struggled to find my shit or whatever,
Yeah.
but 20 some odd of them did. So
Hmm.
I say maybe that's a solid fan base, and I gotta keep building that to get people to be more solid. So
Hmm.
I can create a tight knit community. Say I got like 1 million followers in the future,
Hmm.
and they ban me on everything. Boom! But I've built such a tight knit fan base that they just finna come right back, and they
Yeah.
can't stop me.
Yeah.
I'm trying to become unstoppable. So I'm taking it as a it's sad, but I'm trying to take it turn it around to be a positive thing, you know.
100%. That's just tough though too, because I was on my phone, I was trying to set up the interview with you last week, and then all of a sudden you stopped answering, and I was like, I was just shocked. I'm like, wait, yo, so I said
Yeah,
stuff before, but I can't even message this guy, and I don't know. I was dumbfounded, that's for sure.
no, dude, and I sincerely apologize for that, and I am very thankful for Kaysen because, I feel like if I didn't have his connect,
Yeah.
because I didn't remember, I don't think I remembered like what your Instagram name was, so I
No.
was like, I was trying to figure it out. Like I was close, but I wasn't close enough to where I could like find it. So
Yeah.
I was very thankful that Kaysen was like, he texted me on my PS5 and he
Yeah.
was like, what happened, bro? Like where the fuck did you go? And I'm like, dude, they banned my shit. So I'm very sorry for the inconvenience, but I'm definitely glad I'm here today, type shit.
Yeah, you're good. You're good. I was dying laughing because Kason was like, "Yeah, I'm gonna message him on PlayStation." I was like, "Yo,"
Right.
he's like, "This guy's playing something." I'm like, "Oh my God."
Yeah, bro. Like I think I was on Red Dead or something, and he was just like, "Yo, bro, what happened, dog? Like, did you like?" I was like, "Oh man, I wish I could pull up the messages, but it was funny. It was definitely funny, bro."
With respect to growing yourself, like learning who you are, do you read any books, or
Mm,
are you interested into reading books that will help you grow?
that's interesting, dog. As a kid, I was very into reading.
Hmm.
I loved going to the school book fair and picking out all different types of shit. And I like as a kid, I like Goosebumps. Scary stories telling the dark.
Yeah.
I've read the Bible. I was my dad used to read the Bible to me and my sister before bed. Books, stories. I like stories because I like fiction because you're able to be creative, you're able to be like, okay, like where might this go next, and
Yeah.
you're able to say, there's a message here. In books, it's usually straightforward, which is also fine. Nonfiction is great because it's very informative. So I'd say I do like nonfiction for the information, but I
Hmm.
like fiction because I'm able to get a message and a moral out of it. I'm able to have it help me think, basically.
Hmm. Hmm. I got
Yeah.
you. Are there any that you really like any books that stand out to you?
No, I wouldn't say anything like ever stood out to me like crazy,
Yeah.
because everything, every piece of writing has its purpose.
Hmm.
Whether it be the same as another thing or not, it's always unique, even in the slightest percentage. So I feel like nothing has yet been able to say this is like the best piece of information you might ever get. Like
Hmm.
nothing like that. Everything helps me learn and grow and just kind of sticks in my brain and becomes a part of me. So after a while of not reading the same thing, like say you read something and then you wait like a couple years, it becomes a part of you. Like you might
Hmm.
even forgot you read it type shit, you
Hmm.
know?
Definitely comes back to you too. Uh,
Yeah.
with respect to music you make too, is there a team behind the music, or how does the music production completed?
I'm gonna tell you, bro. I am my manager. I am my producer. Nah, that's cap. I'm not my only producer. I go on. I'll be finding beats on YouTube.
Mhm.
I get beats sent to me from like my friends and stuff. But mainly is YouTube beats. But the thing is I also make beats, instrumentals, and all that.
Mhm.
So I am my manager. I am my
Yeah.
producer. I am my engineer. I set myself up in the studio, bro. Like,
Mhm.
and I put everything together from silence to a full Ice Puppy song.
Yeah. That's hard. How do you make the beats?
Back in the day, I used to use GarageBand.
Yeah.
Nowadays, I like to use BandLab, and
Uh-huh.
I put different sounds together. Like might take my dad's guitar, play that.
Mhm.
Like whatever it be to create something that I can say I made this. Like this is actual music. It's not just a bunch of sounds put together, but
Mhm.
it's actually something that I tried to do and be creative with.
And with respect to new music, do you have any new music coming on the way?
I'm definitely after this. I'm gonna go on the phone with Kason, but later today I'm gonna be recording, get in the studio
Uh-huh.
and create some crazy shit. Um, I have a project that's coming out. It's called 8090 WP, and it
Okay.
basically means 8090 world peace, and it's the
Oh,
it's the year. So it's a stupid, like funny, like way out there prediction of like when the world may actually come and have world peace where
I
there's
see.
nothing, like no negativity.
Yeah.
And it's also probably an impossibility, but I mean the thing is I don't know, it's just the idea of it. It's like in the year 8090 we'll have world peace. And this is what it expresses. It expresses, the past, and it expresses the future, and it expresses, what's happening in the now.
That's cool, especially with like the growing like multiculturalism too. Like people like going to different places, living in different places, like trying to understand people more. It like
Yeah.
peace could be something that would come eventually, but that's 80 90. That's a cool concept.
Yeah, I appreciate you, brother. And I'm saying like I don't know, I have features from a lot of people, a
Huh?
lot of appearances that will be made. You can see Kaysen on the project. You can
Actually,
see
yeah,
Chucky on the project.
yeah.
You can see another artist go by the name of Doomy. You can see him on the project.
Huh?
Yeah, and I feel like it's something that I feel like it'll be my best project yet. I've yet to see if it's gonna be like an EP or an album, but
Mhm.
as of now, it's got like it's got like 6 to 8 songs, something like that.
Mhm.
I feel like it's definitely gonna be something that pushes me to the forefront a little bit further and lets people elaborate to others on who I am.
And with respect to being an artist, how do you want to be remembered as an artist? Do you want to be the artist who solves world peace? Is that what's coming up?
That's the thing, dog. I want to be the artist that does it all. I want to be the one that's like people look at and they're like, we could learn a lot from this guy.
Hmm.
I want to be the one that people look at and they say, you know, he's not he's an example. Like I've always been an example and I've tried to be an example. I want to be I want to solve people's problems and I want to help people experience different things. I want to help people experience the the okayness of being sad, and I want to help people experience happiness and joy, and I want people to go to parties and crash out and just dance to my shit. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
man, I want to be that. Like, I want to be the everything artist.
That's hard. That's hard. And that's actually cool. That's cool. I've never had anyone say that because I'm trying to imagine everything that you're saying. And then in a sense, like in the future, all of it being done. Somebody making like an Instagram reel of you completing everything that you just said. I think that
Hell
would be
yeah,
nice
bro.
too. That's cool. That's cool. To close off this interview, do you have any closing words for your fans and for people who are still watching this video?
For anybody still watching, I want to let you know that whatever you're going through, you're gonna get through it. Okay? Whatever problems you may have with somebody, if it's your fault, I want you to go apologize to them. I want you to go solve the issue. If you want something out of somebody, I want you to go be honest about it to them. I want you to have a conversation with them so that your relationship stays strong. I want people who are still watching to understand that I'm coming for the world.
For sure. So thank you so much, Ice Puppy, for coming out.
Of
And that
course.
concludes our eighth interview today. For everyone still watching, thank you. We'll have all of Ice Puppy's links in the description below, so you can check out his SoundCloud, the songs we were talking about before, as well as his Instagram. So make sure to check all those out. And yeah, thank you so much.
All right. Thank you, brother. I appreciate that.
Thank you. Yeah, take care.